My name is Engineer Kintola Mojid, the General Manager, Transmission Lagos Region. By my right is Engineer Adeshino, the Assistant General Manager, Papa Alanto Sub-Region. The design of transmission tower. The towers can conduct, but we try as much as possible to insulate it so that people passing around will not be electrocuted when they are passing around. The conductor is on top of the tower, and when you look at it, it is well hearted. There are two types of hearting we do on it. We have the one we call the counterboss that run across the line from the beginning to the end, so that life and property around the area will be secured. That's why they are insulated. Transmission tower can take up to 100 years because during the design, it is designed in such a way that it can withstand so many adverse weather and condition. So when you look at it, we have some that are very close to this place that were constructed in 1965, and as at present we are still using it to carry supply on 330 voltage level. Yeah, we have a scheduled maintenance for our patrol. Our men goes round this transmission line to check vegetation and the type of vandalism we are having on the line. Like I said the other time, we were here the upper Friday and we discovered some of these towers were vandalized. We brought generator to do some welding on tower 60 and 61. So we saw it and we were trying to protect it, but we didn't know that as we were doing it, these people are coming back to do the vandalization. Design of our transmission line. There are three types of tower that are on the line. We have the suspension tower, the angle tower, and the tension tower. For the suspension tower that we have across this place, once one of them fall or is trying to fall, it will pull some from the left and some from the right, and that was the exact thing that happened on this line. Yes, before you do construction on transmission line, you do your survey. They do environmental impact assessments on all our line before you can do anything. On the line routes, you do the assess impact, AI, they call it environmental impact assessments. You do that, you do soil tests, then you now consider the weather. So these are factors that are being considered before you can do the line. After you do that, you now start with the design calculation. When you do the design calculation, you consider whether this calculation you've done are okay. Then that's why you see that I mentioned angle tower. If we felt the area we want to follow is not too good, we now use angle tower to divert the routes. I said earlier that we came on Friday to work on tower 60 and 61. So I felt when the other ones that were vandalized after we came fell, they were the one that pulled towards 65 and towards 56. That is not possible because the way and manner we work on this line, if somebody is not insane, you can be a part to vandalization or something. You sleep overnight on the line. You can imagine for the past 3 days that we discovered this and we knew that Abeokuta and his environment is out of supply. We've not sleep in our house. All of us are on the line trying to look for alternative routes to get supply to Abeokuta. Apart from trying to look for alternative routes, we are still checking this particular tower up to Papa, from Abeokuta to Papa, to know the extent of damage on the other ones that are on ground, so that we'll be sure that those ones too have not been tampered with. Yes, the management is trying to come up with surveillance camera on the line, but you know this is going to cost us huge amounts, and that's why we are having issue with that. We've thought of using drone to do our surveillance, but you know all these things cost money. Before now, TCN has helicopter that we use in patrolling our line, but the ones we had are grounded. The management is planning to come up with another one so that we can do our patrol in short period. We need to let them know that once this kind of act is done, they put Nigerians into darkness. For almost 3 days now, Abeokuta and environ, they are out of supply. People that need supply for hospitals to do operation, you know what it will have cost them. So many other aspects of life that we need supply for, they can't get supply now. And you know the cost of diesel is on the high side. If the public utility is available, all these things will reduce. But our men are still on ground. We are still working day and night so that we can come back. Hopefully from our assessments, we may come back before midday tomorrow to get supply back to Abeokuta, because it's not easy for us. All of us that were on the field trying to see the way to come back with supply. We've engaged all the ballers and the chiefs around this area. We've done a lot of sensitization, and we are still continuing to do this. They themselves, they've seen it now. Since this tower collapsed, none of them have supply. So if they don't take ownership of this facility, the same thing will be happening. And it's not too easy for us to do repair. The cost of doing repair is almost ×3 of doing a new job. Because when you are doing repair, you have to make sure you remove everything down. You now start again. You spend time trying to dismantle, then you now start the erection again. You can see the number of time, hours, weeks we are going to use to come back with this line. So the best is every one of us should make sure that we own the facility. We will be our personal security. We've appealed to the ballers and the chiefs around this area to make sure they are helping the people we are putting on guard so that everything can go smoothly. Well, you know, with the cost of things and the exchange rates, you know that most of these facilities are not produced in Nigeria. With the exchange rate, I can't tell you that, because the last one we did was running to billions when we had 4 towers that collapsed. But this is 9, so you can estimate the costs.